Games we play. What do you guys think of games we play? Who felt bad for the bird and the mouse? I did.
I think part of it is about love, probably. That's what I guess.
Definitely about love, but for me, what I thought about it, it just brought me back to my childhood. Just, innocence and just being so pure. Now I'm like such a cold hard bitch, but like back in the day, just like a little pinky touch and, just like walking in the woods with the boys and, it just brought back like memories of being young. Yeah, and like how opposed to like now, how it's just like everyone's on like watching Fortnite, playing with their games and, there's no like real interaction, no one's really going and playing outside. Like I always used to play outside, it was like the best thing for me, but now nobody's really playing outside and it's so sad.
We have a really interesting point here about the innocence it captures, because there's like no adults in this entire piece. This is that quintessential like rainy summer day where you're out in the woods just like learning about the world by accident. And when you're 10 or 9 or 8 and like your crush touches your hand, it's a big deal. And they definitely captured that moment. And they captured it in a really sweet way because there's this wonderful side of the same coin of love and death. They're very closely tied in this piece. And like the idea of being young and being interested in people you're hanging out with in that way for the first time maybe, and then also having to come face to face with the gripping realities that all things end.
I feel a little bit of contradiction, and I think it's normal because they feel a lot of compassion for the mouse and the bird, but they were not so kind with their friend. So I'm like, how you can love the animal, but your friend is treated so bad. So then the little guy went back to the scene and kind of stepped on the thumb and was like, well, what was all about all this love after you did all this to me?
I guess was love and hate. So they loved these animals. And then when the guy was the bully to the other guy, so this love became hate.
Yeah, he takes it out. But here's the interesting thing. It's almost constructed to take it out on something that can't be hurt anymore. He takes it out on something that is already gone, right? He doesn't take it out on his friends. He internalizes it and forces it at something else. But it was something that they all three were together with and empathizing over. The whole piece is kind of muted. Kind of tones of green and gray.
Like the violence, the aggression, like he almost killed his friend, and for a while I'm like, he probably is gonna kill his friend. Accidentally. But regardless. So it was kind of like, it was kind of frightening, and then that color palette kind of keeps to that old-timey, maybe like horror movie-esque, like Silent Hill production, something copyright, I don't know. But like, like that whole thing, and so it kind of just added to it. I like it for that reason.
Yeah, there's this interesting line that we cross when we deal with themes around innocence and youth. That before you're at a certain age where you really understand all the social confines that you're bound to conform into the world, right? Things like death don't carry the same value. Things like hurting your friends don't carry the same value because you're not completely conditioned in the world yet. So certain acts of violence kind of get pulled under the radar, right? And they're in the process of becoming who they're going to be.
The story I'm making up about it is that there's a reason why the 2 dead animals were found by those 2 kids, as opposed to the one who still had his purity, or seemed like he still had his purity and innocence about him. And so his aggression was, to me, was really taking it out on the death of that innocence and his 2 other friends.
Oh, that's interesting. And he goes through sort of baptism, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Where he comes in on the other side, yes.
But I think I like what you brought up about the style of the movie, because I think it mirrors a lot what's happening. A lot of what's going on isn't talked about, isn't really, the relationships between these individuals doesn't come out through words, it comes out through actions. So it's interesting that the style of the film mirrors that a lot. There isn't a lot of speaking, a lot of it is very muted, you're writing colors, in sound. It is very understated, and I think that reflects the themes of the movie too.
It's definitely a piece that does a lot of showing and not too much telling. It kind of leaves us the story to find for ourselves.